talking about moving and grooving, that's a great lead in to Miss Sarah Smith, who is going to be coming onto the show. I see you there. Peace. Nice to see you. Let me tell you a little bit about Sarah. And I'm sure everyone's read everything in the landing page, but it is always great to introduce. So Sarah is going to be singing with us tomorrow night as well. For all of you that are coming to the big Vancouver Live event, we are so grateful. Thank you so much for singing, and thank you so much everyone for coming. It is turning into being an incredible event. We're going to be running high from that. But Sarah is a Canadian singer and songwriter. She captivates audiences with her powerful performances. When someone goes, Sarah, oh yeah, she's powerful. Oh yeah, she's a rock star. Right? She just has a powerful voice. She has a powerful message, and it really exudes. She's raw, she's honest, she does incredible songwriting with over 25 independent awards and a career spanning 15 years. She's toured extensively in the US and Canada and Europe. She is a passionate, it's funny that she comes after Bianca. I love how the universe works. She's passionate about mental health, and she's an advocate, and she uses her platform to inspire and support communities. So Sarah, welcome back to the 262 Stand Up, Speak Up, Show Up stage. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. Thank you. How you doing, Deb? You look awesome. You've had so much craziness going on this week, probably leading up to the big events. So
yeah, so I thought for the summit because of course tomorrow night I'll be in a, Ocean Baker courtier event, or
right.
outfit. So, and we were talking last night about the best words to describe this whole experience of these 4 days. Like it's a 4-day event, yesterday, today, tomorrow, and then we're all going to a big photo shoot and doing mocktails and cocktails, is celebration and surrender, right? Celebration and surrender. So just now surrendering to this whole big event and celebrating. So I thought, well, I'll just, at 8 o'clock in the morning, I thought I'd throw on the glitz, and step out of my zone. But it is about celebrating and surrendering and really just enjoying the experience now. So thank you for asking. And what about you? You've been touring. What's going on with you in your world? Share, update us.
Well, for one thing, hello to the other musicians out there. I see you, and hello. It's great to see you guys online. I mean, this is kind of back to COVID times again, isn't it? Yeah, so I've been touring a lot. This is the touring season. The summertime is when we work the hardest, as musicians. I think a lot of us try to take a little bit of time off in the winter. I don't know about you guys, but I try to take some time off in the winter. I like to be local and just chill when I can. But then the summer season, like spring and summer, I have been nonstop. It's been crazy. And then like halfway through the summer, I go like, do I really want to do this anymore? Like, what am I doing? I don't know if you other musicians ever feel like that. I'm just like, this is too much, but then usually by, December, January, after a little bit of a break, I'm like, oh yeah, this is what I meant to do and got to keep going. So that's where I'm at. I'm
Wow.
in between. I'll tell you what happened today, Deb.
Yeah.
I went to the lake. I live on a little island, so if my internet is spotty, that's why. I went to the lake and I was playing some music, and this big van pulls up, okay? And out comes 10 kids from an international school in Tokyo. Okay, they're all wearing their Canadian shirts and their hats, and they're speaking Japanese, and they're so cute. And their teacher comes out, and he's like, "We're here from Tokyo, and we saw you playing guitar, and we want you to play a song on our YouTube." And so, I just think like if you surrender in those moments, it was right before I was supposed to get ready for this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, okay, if I'm a little late, it's okay. Like these kids are from all the way from Tokyo. So I'm thinking, what am I going to play? And I played like the stupidest song. I played I Love Rock and Roll. Okay. It's kind of a weird song to sing to little kids because it's a song about picking up a lady, but I don't know. I just kept going. So anyway, I taught the kids how to do the rock and roll signals, and it was fun.
You know what? That's going to be talked about forever. They are going to be writing about that in their journals. Hey, Bianca, they're going to be talking about that. You're going to be all talked about on their Instagrams and all the things. I mean, those are the magical moments, right? Those are the things that happen. I love that. And that's one of the things I love about vacationing or vacaying or taking that time and going and getting out of your normal state is those magical things, they're still talking about you. And they're going to be doing that rock and roll the whole trip. The whole
Oh,
trip. Oh my
it's so
gosh.
cute. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna throw it up on my reel today. They did a little reel with me, so that'll be fun.
Oh my God. Look at you. Well, look, do you want to sing a song? Would you like to sing a
Sure,
song today? Let's do
sure.
it. Let's do it.
Okay. Okay, so this is called Stand Up, this summit, right? Stand up and speak
Stand
up
up.
and yeah, all the S's. So I'm gonna do a song that I wrote called Stand Up. Sorry, I have some reverb on my vocals, but it'll sound better in a minute.
All right.
What are we fighting for? Haven't we done all of this before? Now I wanna see a different kind of war. Outstretched hands, connected hearts all across the world. Together on this crusade. United we will have the strength to conquer all our fears, change the way we think. Together on this crusade. Stand, I gotta get this mic to stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Isn't this why we're here? Gathering love to share. The ones who don't know there's a better way to live. We'll wake them up, we'll shake them up, we'll lead them across the world. One more time, here we go. Together on this crusade. United we will have the strength to conquer our fears and change the way we think. Together on this crusade. Stand up. Woo! Stand up. Come on now. Stand up. Stand up. We're all strong underneath our skin. We'll break down walls. We'll heal within. When we stand up for all that is right, we won't be pushed around anymore. Fighting the good fight. Yeah, the good fight, you know? All right. All right, here we go. Together on this crusade. United we will have the strength, woo, to conquer our fears and change the way we think. Together on this crusade. Together on this crusade. United we will have the strength to conquer our fears and change the way we think. Together on this crusade. Stand up. Yeah. Stand up. You guys are so cute. I love it. Come on now. Stand up. Stand up. Thank you.
Yay. Everybody's muted. They're going to have to go to their reactions and clap. Oh my goodness. So where did that song come from?
Well, funny enough, you know, I was right out of high school. Like, I didn't know what I wanted to do, Deb. Like a lot of people, they kind of know what they want, but I grew up in a sort of poor family, and I thought, you know, my option was like just spend a lot of money on university or get paid to go to university. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
I got paid to go to university. I went to Royal Military College. Yeah.
Wow.
So
We didn't see that one coming.
I know. So I went to military college. albeit I did last only the first year, because it was there that I realized and got told that I could follow my dream of music and actually make a living. Somebody, my officer, told me, you're going to be okay in this military thing, but you kind of seem a little sensitive and maybe you shouldn't be doing it. And why don't you do your music? And I thought, you can do music? I didn't know. My parents are pretty small town folks. So yeah, I quit the military and started a band the next week. It was great. And been playing
Wow.
music for 27 years full time. I've been doing music now. So anyway, this song "Stand Up," it came from that inspiration of all the loves. I love it. It came from the inspiration of just wanting to be a hero in the world and try to make a difference. That's what I wanted as a young youthful person. As I get older, I realize that you just have to be a hero to yourself, and the better you treat yourself and the better you learn about yourself, the better you treat other people in the end.
Wow. 27 years. We were having a conversation. We had a music panel yesterday as well with Chloe Morgan and Kathy Bushnell and Diane Durant from the Recording Academy. And we were asking all sorts of questions, and everyone really had their own different experience on that moment where they knew. So it sounds like the moment that you knew, or you had that permission, or you had that allowance. And they were talking about what it really took to either be in relationship with someone who was creative. That was a really interesting angle, what it's like for the partners of people that are creative. But what it really takes to live a life of being in the creative. What's your spin on that? Like,
Okay, well, I mean, I think that the creation itself, the music itself, the art itself is sometimes not what it's about. To me, it's about building the best me. That's what I've always sort of taken from this career. It's like I've been given the opportunity to become the best person I can be, and then the music and the creation just comes through me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
As
yeah,
if I can dump the substances and dump the things that are blocking me from my creative energy, then I can just be that full vessel and just let that flow through me. I'm just this vessel. So the better I am within my own soul, the better the creation is. That's what I think. and
yeah.
and, and just basically about life, about living with a musician. I feel sorry for all you people that are with creative types. I am so sorry. The best thing I can say is just if we're having a bad day, give us a hug. That's all we really want. Just a little hug and, a little smooch. And honestly, that's all I want in the end. Just a little love.
It's great advice. I mean, whether, entrepreneurship, self-funding ship, I call it, being your own, steering your own ship per se, that takes a lot of juice. Takes a lot of juice, takes a lot of creativity, takes a lot of going left when the world's going right, and following this instinct. Is it real? Is it real? Where are you at in terms of like intuition and tapping into that? Is that a part of your world?
I mean, I think that it is becoming more natural,
Mhm.
intuition. I think that, like I said, I've gotten, rid of a lot of substances in my life, the blockings that block your natural soul. I think that if I can get rid of other things like social media, there's some things I need to do to keep the the forces open, and
Mhm.
just living life in a now in the moment kind of way is for me the way that intuition speaks at its best. Intuition and creativity are about the same for me. They're
Mhm.
gifts, and we get these gifts, I feel, when we are as open as we can be. When I was like using and doing different things in my life, like blocking the beautiful energy and force of God through me, that's the intuition wasn't there as much. My intuition instead became loud voices, just like little signs, like not little signs, big signs, like don't do, don't do that, or you should do this. But now my intuition is quieter, gentle, peaceful, and it comes to me. And I also call it, uh, energy speaking to me as well. So,
Mhm. Yeah, it can be quiet whispers. It can be whispers.
hmm
I know for myself, even just with this project, how it's birthed and continued to birth and continue to grow. And, we opened up this morning, welcoming and our, audience from the women's channel. And who would have known this was like a download when I was 31. And let's face it, my daughter's 32. So we're just going to leave that there. But you don't know how things unfold, and you have these magical moments. And I think they're important to share because someone's in the world of music right now, in the world of their creativity, and sharing other magical moments that have happened. Is there something that you could have not foreseen happen for you, like some highlights in your career that when that guy's like, hey, you could do music, that have just been like so heartfelt for you?
Every day of my life, I wake up, I feel, for the most part, healthy. That's the number one gift. I couldn't imagine that in my life. I couldn't imagine being able to, have a voice that continually lasts every day. Being able to play music is a gift. Also, Deb, we cannot always, you know, uh, sometimes what we're given as gifts is how we define our lives, and we can't always define our lives by those gifts. If I decide tomorrow that I'm not going to sing anymore and I'm going to do something different, I'll still be as powerful as I am today. And that's something I've always also had to accept, is that I am not music and I am not singing. I am a soul. And how can I just be the best soul? Not musician, just the best soul.
Well
I don't know if
said.
I'm answering any of your questions.
No, no,
I'm
no.
just
It's
going off.
no, look, it's a place of wisdom. It's a place from someone who's lived some life, right? And that what you do isn't who you are, right?
Yes, you said it correctly there.
Yeah, that's okay. I kind of do this a little bit, but it's true, right? It's that, and then that get to, I always say, like, we get to be here today. We get to listen today. This is where we're at today. And I think that's more and more important, and it's more and more allowed where, people are doing multiple things. You can have multiple projects and people are like, oh, but it's what you want. It's what you're doing. It's who you are. It's how you're expressing yourself, right? So.
And as far as like in the physical, I would say the one thing that's really cool, that ever since I quit the military and started music, I have only made a living off music. 27 years, no other jobs, and that's really cool. That's cool. So yeah, cool.
No, that's a big deal.
It is. And I own a house and I own a vehicle, and I do things in the physical world as well.
Yeah, that's a big deal, and that's celebratory, and that's like that is actually what they say. You can live your dream, right?
Yes.
You can have the life of your dreams, and I'm sure, has there been times where it's felt like work? Has there been a stretch?
I always said that, if I felt like this was work, I would just change careers. And there are times where I'm thinking that that might happen, you know. I always
Mhm.
wanted music. I mean, music is work, of course, it's a job, but uh, if I'm doing my passion and my job, I don't want it to feel like work. I'd rather just go and get a paycheck somewhere else.
Right on, right on. Look, is there anything, Sarah? I know that you're going to be catching a ferry and coming over this way, so I don't want to keep you too long, but is there anything that you'd like to share about, this summit is called Sisters in Symphony and being collaborative and coming together. And our overriding message is always about helping each other be in a state of empowerment, whatever that looks like. Is there anything that you want to kind of cap us with as you go race to get onto the beautiful waters of BC?
Just continually support and uplift each other. I just love when women uplift other women. I love when people uplift each other. I think that this world has sometimes some underlying competition that's just not necessary. We have enough space in this universe to all be successful and to all be loved. And I think we just have to continually uplift each other and support the projects as much as we can. And I really appreciate you guys for being on here and listening. And, I can't thank you enough for showing your face today. That means so much to me. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. If you could please put your information in the chat, your social, where you want people to comment, reach out, see what you're doing, maybe it's a website, whatever I've seen your website. I've been on it many times. You've got some cool things going on there. Support an event. And I think, we were talking about this yesterday that, people get up and get out and go to the concert. Get up, get out and go to the pub. Get out, get up and go listen to people play music. It was like when we did a whole panel on film, and they're like, please go to the theater. You know what I mean? Please go to the
Right.
theater. That there's been this whole inside, and that it's been difficult for people to morph back outside, and you come home and it's 6 or it's 7 or you're this. It's like, take that energy, have that shower, put your jacket on, put your jeans on, do your thing, and go support the live, right? Because it is such a
Hmm.
different experience seeing live music and a live concert and being in a room with people that are singing beside you. How many times have we been at a concert and you can hear someone singing, and you start singing too? You might not be the first person in the club, in the pub, in the stadium to start singing, but you're definitely the first, second, third, fourth, or fifth. And then all of a
Hmm.
sudden that you're in this relationship with the musician, and that's when memories anchor, right? Like that's when memories ink, like it is. And you don't forget those are good times. That's nostalgia, that's memories, that's good feelings, that's experiences that bring people closer together. And then you hear that music again, right? Like then you hear that music again, and you get this wave of good feeling. You may not remember everything that happened that night, but you have a visceral experience. And I think that is one of the beauties of music, and why I think it's one of the most, I've always said, like, there's some powerful healers in the world. There's some powerful healing energies. We know that. And I always think that, I've always said, and I don't insult any of the other energies because I believe them, and I'm a universal person and I'm a God person and all of that. But the one thing that I love about music is that universally, it doesn't have any issues. There's no trauma or drama attached to it per se. It really is a very high vibration that's not politicized. I don't really care if you don't like this style of music. No one's fighting whether you like country or you like rock. There's this universal agreement. There's a universal love that happens. And so I think it's just one of the most powerful vibrations. And I think it's even more powerful when you're in the room. Like, I just bought my son a gift for this event, and I bought him a record player because he's been raised on vinyl. And I personally love albums and love, and anyone who's coming to the event, guess what's in your swag bag? You know what I mean? And so music is such a powerful healer. I think that, Bianca was talking about that people are alone a lot. We know that entrepreneurship, self-funding women are, and people are alone in their offices doing their thing. And I think music can be like as a companion. And I don't mean to even be dramatic when I say that. I'm like, people go, how do you do what you do? I go, I take music breaks. Like, I don't know what you do, but I literally listen to music. If I'm ever late for a meeting, my team knows why, because I was listening to music and I didn't want to stop. So, right? I mean, I'm kind of rambling on and getting on a bit of a soapbox, and it's really your box that you should be soaping on. But what do you think about what do you think about that? What do you think about any of that? Being live in front of somebody, listening to music.
I just think that the live experience is unlike any other experience. Just for you guys that don't understand music and what we do, in the studio we have everything, like it's all organized and everything is played to a click track, so it's all very organized, right? And live we are free to be, and a lot of us really excel live. I mean, I've seen Darby blow it out of the smoke show. Like, Darby, you're just incredible. Moving lines, you guys are live. Like, live things happen and they are very special, and that you will be touched and you will probably cry. So come to a live show, even if it is just to cry. Yeah, there's my
Yeah, there you
sales.
go. Oh my God, goodness. Thank you so much for being with us. Please put your social. Everybody, please follow. That's how we know what everybody else is doing. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Let's do some loves and hearts and some reactions. And Leslie,
Let's
I'm
do the
going to go
love.
to you. How was
How do you
that?
do that? How do you do that? I don't know how to
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
the
How do you,
heart thing.
yeah, how do you, oh geez. I think we're
Yeah,
doing
this
it
one
old
kind of comes
school.
down and you put these two together.
Okay, well, there you go. You know what I'm trying to do here. Frick.
Good practice. All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank
Thanks.
you.